Monster Jam just wrapped up qualifying at the World Finals, and boy oh boy was it interesting. 24 of the best drivers tried to lay down the fastest times of the night, but who qualified well and who didn't? And what will the bracket look like? Well, join us now as we recap qualifying. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way to the top. The slowest qualifier was unfortunately Kayla Blood in Soldier Fortune. After not finishing 2 passes, she finally laid down a time on her 3rd time around. 23rd place was Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer. 22nd was Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. 21st was Jim Kohler in Avenger. 20th was Nick Pagliarulo in Kraken. 19th was Brianna Mahan in Whiplash. 18th was Corey Rummel in Megalodon. 17th was Jamie Garner in Overboard. 16th was Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. 15th was John Gordon in Bad Company. 14th was Charlie Porkin in Monster Mutt. 13th was Ryan Anderson. Yeah, I know. 12th was Cole Vernard in Black Pearl. 11th was Bryce Kenny in the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. 10th was Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger. And 9th was Tristan England in Earthshaker. The remaining 8 drivers I have not mentioned that have an automatic round 2 entry are Baru Musawa in Zombie placing 8th, Adam Anderson placing 7th, Mark List in El Toro Loco placing 6th, Todd LeDuc in Blue Thunder placing 5th, Camden Murphy in Bakugan Dragonoid placing 4th, Tyler Menninger in Gravedigger placing 3rd, and Cody Saucier in Dragon placing 2nd. That leaves one driver, and that driver, who is the fastest qualifier, is Tom Meents in Max D. Well, now that we know who was the fastest, let's take a look at our racing bracket. In round 1, Weston Anderson will take on Jamie Garner in Overboard. Earthshaker's Tristan England will face off against Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. Ryan Anderson will face off against Nick Pagliarulo. Black Pearl's Cole Vernard will face Jim Kohler in Avenger. On the other side of the bracket, Bad Company will face off against Megalodon. Brandon Vincent's Gravedigger will face off against Lucas Stabilizer. Charlie Porkin will face off against Brianna Mahan in Whiplash. And Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, Bryce Kenny will face off against Kristen Anderson. Moving on to round 2, either Weston or Jamie will face Tom Meents in Max D. Either Tristan or Kayla will face Bari. Either Ryan or Nick will face Bakugan. Either Cole or Jim will face Blue Thunder. Either Bad Company or Megalodon will face Dragon. Either Brandon Vincent or Cynthia will face Adam Anderson and Gravedigger. Either Charlie Porkin or Brianna Mahan will face Tyler Menninger. And Bryce Kenny or Kristen Anderson will face El Toro Loco's Mark List. So now that we know the bracket, well, what can we expect come showtime? Well, for starters, there were some standout performances from really unexpected drivers and some really shocking moments from others. For starters, Ryan Anderson, my prediction for racing, placed 13th. This is very unlikely for him, and this makes me wonder if he will be able to have what it takes to win the bracket come Saturday. But of course, we must mention the standout performances. Weston, in his first World Finals experience, qualified 16th, which was awesome to see. He actually was not far off his brother Ryan Anderson's time. But looking into the top 8, there's only a few drivers that I'm surprised to see. Those are Mark List, who qualified 6th with a 31.49, Tyler Menninger, who qualified 3rd with a 30.971, and most impressively is Cody Saucier in Dragon. He qualified 2nd, and he had a great 31-second pass on the first time around, then improved it to a 30.753 in round 2. But who can forget Tom's blistering pass the first time around that won him the fastest qualifier position? A really surprising moment, considering Tom has struggled all season long in racing, but maybe this track is something he can really navigate. But the biggest thing to note is this: the condition of the track. Over about 50 passes and the track was considerably worn down. You could see blue grooves in the dirt, and the trucks were really sliding out, which was the complete opposite of what Ryan had claimed in the second World Finals vlog after practice. Another thing is you really have to commit to this over-under ramp. Caleb Blood was unfortunately the unlikely driver to come up short, hitting the backside of the landing ramp. And the final thing to look out for is the weather. It is expected to rain, which is not a good sign. This will ruin racing. However, the track is being covered with tarps, so hopefully that will not affect the track too much. Let's hope that the rain doesn't plague the show. Well, qualifying is over, but we do have some more World Finals news to cover. Firstly, next year's World Finals location has been revealed. It's official. 2023's Monster Jam World Finals will be in Nashville, Tennessee at Nissan Stadium. The Music City will get their first taste of a huge Monster Jam event since the first time they rolled into the stadium back in 2016. The event is also set to take place during the summer, a first for the World Finals. No official dates have been provided yet. The logo is also really awesome. It's so creative. Morgan Kane is back. Yes, Morgan Kane is back. He'll be stepping behind the mic for the broadcast as a color commentator, most likely for the NBC broadcast. I'm really excited to see Morgan back, and especially taking up a position like this. St. Jude Monster Truck revealed. St. Jude have once again partnered with Monster Jam to bring Emoji Strong, a truck designed by Calvin, a St. Jude patient. He was able to see his awesome truck come to life not just in the flesh, but also as a die cast. The truck can be purchased on the Monster Jam Superstore, and a portion of the proceeds go towards defeating child cancer. This is an awesome truck for an awesome cause. Well, that's all we have for you today. A Day 1 recap featuring the results from Skills and Racing will be coming out shortly after the commencement of Night 1. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.